Welcome back to the Mytel International Championship. It's just the first match of the day. We still have plenty more, but let's focus on RRQ versus Impunity KH because that was such a good game for game number 1. But we'll have game number 2 nonetheless. And the draft is actually ready. Nevertheless, you have your casters, Wolf and Nomad. Nomad, can you give us a little bit of what happened in the previous game?
Well, what happened in the previous game was that RQ drafted out an Alice to just ban out the not ban out, but to counteract the Harith.
Yep.
It just so happened that they were, because of that draft, they were missing one crucial factor, an off lane that would vibe really well for the entire team. Alice wasn't able to get as much stacks on the orbs as much as she wanted to. And at the end of the day, it was this Harith, this OP Harith that has been drafted once again, that came out on top.
Yeah. One of the better ones. And here's the thing: you already have your Kufra and probably another Esmeralda pick now for RRQ. But the natural counters, right? There are 3 answers to the Harith in the previous game, including the Esmeralda, your Kufra, and your Alice. They are supposed to be traditionally dealing with the Harith, but OP is just way too OP. Is this game any different with the Yuzhong as well as the Farsa?
I feel like the Yuzhong is going to be an impact here against the Harith, especially once Yuzhong drops into the Black Dragon form, would be able to disrupt Harith at all points in time. And it's still also going to have to rely on what the other side laner is going to be for RRQ, because I feel like it's going to be a world of difference here. I mean, we already have a Jawhead being selected up here. Basha is going to be the tank. So what options do they have left here? Might actually go for an Esmeralda if Impunity wants to.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? It's natural that you go for the Esmeralda. I don't see any problem with that. However, I like the backsha pickup. This is probably why the counters to the Harith were ineffective in the previous game, was because of the backsha on that how do I say this, unique trait of stopping the regeneration from your opponents naturally. You will not need the Durance, and you put the Durance on top of it, it just shut down the Esmeralda. Nevertheless, they'll pick it up, and you'll understand why. You'll understand why they'll pick up the Esmeralda. The carry could be good again for pure damage. However, Terizda, one thing that I honestly did not expect to see now, but maybe because of team fights, Nomad, maybe it could prove to be good.
Yeah, team fights is what Impunity wants to go for here. And looking at the penalties, the Terizda being picked up, a single penalty zone once a Falling Star Moon connects might just be the deal breaker here for Impunity. And looking at how the draft is, the RQ draft is a hell of a lot more better than how it was during game number 1, but I feel like Impunity might just come out on top here.
Yeah, we'll see now what will happen as RRQ is on the blue side now. Okay, so let me just change this up. And we did say that the backsha as well as the Harith were the important factors for Impunity KH in their victory. So I'm not entirely sure if that will be the case once again this time.
Might just still be the case, to be completely honest, as we hop on over to the Imperial Sanctuary or the Land of Dawn, depending on what map.
Depending on what map. Yeah. Okay. So let us know in the chat, by the way, if there's any other audio or video problems, because from our end it's going smoothly, but we want you to have the best experience possible for Mobile Legends action. Nevertheless, Nomad, it's the funnel onto OP's Harith for sure, going for the orange buff first. The other end, it's gonna be the carry as the funnel receiver with the side in Esmeralda. And Skylar, he wasn't that effective in the previous game. Hopefully this time it's totally different for RRQ.
Yeah, RRQ. Well, Skylar could should have the early advantage in terms of the sub-level 4 type of gameplay against the Boom on this Terizla, as long as no ganks happen. But looking as is Impunity, looking in for a big clash here. A flicker just got suspended by Maru there, but over there, bouncing ball to stop any pushes from coming in. But the Zama Force is not going to be enough as Skylar secures the first kill onto OP. 7 is going to be up next by the hands of XOXO.
Niker.
And that's going to be a good ejection onto Bliss and to Albert, but not a lot of damage. Niker is going to be paying the price for that, but Boom is going to be rejoining with that penalty zone. It is a 1-for-4 trade. Impunity KH does not want this, and this might just be an unofficial wipeout onto Boom, but Boom manages to survive there. Really tanky, but he's going to get taken out eventually by XOXO.
Oh my, 3 kills for this Yuzhong. And we were talking about how important this is in the draft. And it's proving to be very vital to the victory. I mean, so XOXO didn't even have the ultimate back then, and they still won the fight. OP, when he dashed in with the Chrono Dash, he was greeted by Kufra's Tyrant's Revenge. And that alone stopped the Zaman Force from being that effective. You know that OP might have a bit of more than he could chew. Nevertheless, it's a big victory. 5 kills in total for RQ. And it's just the beginning. They're getting the farms onto the bottom. They want to go for Boom.
Oh, nice revenge.
Now. But a very nice ultimate. Penalty zone. He gets the kill onto the Kufra. The mega kill onto Yuzhong, however. But that's already good. Nikers finds XOXO. Cannot complete the Black Dragon form. And as a result, he goes down.
I mean, Boom thrives on team fights because he can last long, but XOXO lasts even more so because of his passive, wherein if he just catches 5 people in a big team fight, he'll have more stacks to his name, and that's where everything's gonna start turning around. He's gonna regenerate HP to an insane amount. He's just gonna be tanking out every single damage that's being brought onto him. And I think the key here is for Impunity to try to, instead of team fights, go for pick-off so that they can have advantages in the team fights.
Now, Nomad, it's looking really promising for Impunity for RQ with a little bit of gold now, but 7 on his Basha, not as farmed as the previous game, not as comfortable because he's a little bit stopped. He has got 1 death now. And the fact that the supports of RRQ are getting the farm, getting the gold that they needed, it just translates to this Basha having a bad time. I mean, a worse time compared to the previous game. It's not necessarily like the end of the world already for 7, but I guess that he won't be as comfortable as the previous game, to say the least.
Yeah, they're gonna have to rely heavily on OP to go online here because he is the constant source of damage on the side of Impunity. RQ is going to be able to secure this turtle without a doubt. Attempt of a steal there from Maru, but it's not going to be converting into any steals whatsoever. As RQ, they're playing it smart. They're playing it better than how they played during game number 1. They're controlling the tempo.
I'm going to go for Skylar for a little bit of face check now, but onto the bottom you see Albert as well as XOXO get the kill. Niker just really pokes in there. You want to go for this. Joyd uses the flicker, gets away into safety. Top lane, there's 7 as well as Boom just zoning out the Esmeralda for OP to be able to take the turret uncontested. They found Bless though, and look at how much damage OP deals. Nevertheless, Albert and the gang is able to take a turret. Bottom lane, Niker jumps with the unstoppable force. He stops the dragon form, and now Niker, he is in trouble because of that.
Yeah, it's a trade for Niker, and I don't feel like that's the better trade that they can come out with. They just equalized the map, and they lost a member. If anything, Impunity PH needs to step up the map control game here just to get that sense of security as Skylar chips down the HP of this top lane turret, and Boom is just gonna try to play it safe here.
Yeah. they go for Boom. In the middle, we are seeing a little bit of a push now. The carry deals a lot of damage. XOXO activates the ultimate. Nike on the back. He gets the Zaman Force. They want to team fight this. They're winning it. Yuzhong is going to go down as well as the carry. The AoE damage coming out from Impunity KH. They're good. They have taken out one though. Lost one. Their penalty zone onto nothing. But here, that was the anticlimactic ending. Nevertheless, that was a good clash from Impunity KH.
Very good clash. The Falling Star Moon, though, by Skylar will not want to overcommit there as the Zaman Force is ready and it has been applied. The Synchro Vision is more than enough to dish out a lot of damage onto Skylar. And this is where RRQ slowly starting to lose their lead. They're giving kills to OP and to Boom and to Naker as well, which should not be happening. And they also converted that into a turtle. Calamity Reaper on that Harith immediately going to be a problem.
Yeah, we can see that in action. How much damage it can deal in such a small time. When the Chrono Dash is on point, he knows that when the Kufra is no longer a threat, he can really pop that Zaman Force so confidently. Bottom lane, they want to go for a push, or maybe a kill, or maybe both. To the bottom, on the side, so boom! What a very nice ultimate with a penalty zone. It trickles down to Yuzhong, even in the Dragonoid form. They aren't able to get the push, but they'll get the kill nonetheless. However, Albert as well as A24, the carrying the Kufra, gets a different objective on top lane.
A very different objective there, and it's going to be Niker is going to be able to catch the minion wave. But what's important here is the next 60 seconds, as the turtle is going to be important to secure the mid lane, because that is where the next objective is for both of these teams. It's there's a huge chance that OP might be able to secure this, but Impunity is actually going to be able to secure this without any problems, because they have priority over the turtle area. Esmeralda is going to be lurking over in the back lines, and I don't think any steal opportunities might occur, because XOXO is going to be quite busy over the top lane, as Niker is just waiting in that brush, waiting for an opportunity to catch him off guard.
Wanna catch the Yuzhong, then doesn't have enough damage, and if you use it, combo it properly, you'll get so much of a pick-up potential. The Skylar is the most farmed hero, was the most farmed hero. Albert taking over. No P. Oh, they want to go for Skylar this time. Stealing of the Cyclone Eye, and even probably this orange buff. It's not likely that RRQ can defend this. And the exchange, however, is that they want to go for the top lane push.
Yeah, but this means that priority is all over for Impunity, but they're going to be looking for a big team fight here in the mid lane to try to get more control over that turtle area. OP is going to be able to secure that. Skylar, though, will not be committing any more aggression there, as he was greeted by 3 other members. Top lane, Boom, trying to defend this out. Penalty zone connects, but he's not going to be able to defend this turret. Rotation from Maru. Over in the top lane, bottom lane, Skylar is going to be pushing out, and they think he is going to be the next primary target there. Man, smart call to disengage.
Very smart call to disengage. But I think that both teams have their own, I'd say this, priorities. It seems like turrets for RQ, turtle for Infinity KH. It's what they're getting. Big dash in the middle as the Feather Durslike is going to be used. It's not as big as I thought it was, but Skylar actually oversteps this into the Zaman Force. 7 KH with the ultimate to the front lines, but will be taken out by the carry. Niker wants to go for the back lines, but he's going to be greeted by the Dragon, and a double kill for the carry. Onto the back lines, though, with 3 members remaining. Look at that! From the Cobra and the knock-up. 2 wiped. Boom, the last one remaining. The turns are so tanky, but will be taken out by the carry nonetheless. A complete team wipe into probably 2 turrets, and RRQ might have just taken a hold of this game.
The problem that happened there was that somebody was over-chasing Albert, which should not be the case. He was already way behind the enemy lines, that the rest of his team could not support him at all, and it just gave away a free kill. Didn't even chip down the HP of Albert to at least 10%. Oh, that's very frustrating there on the side if you're Impunity.
And this is the problem. Before, you have your Harith with a very good early game, and he's able to just snowball out of control. Now OP is kind of trailing behind. is just at 6K when Albert's already at 8.4K, which means that's more than a 2,000 gold difference. And you know what? You can get out of 2,000 gold a complete level 3 item. And that is Albert having more resources compared to this Harith. Even EXO as the Yuzhong really is a problem now for OP. And it's not going to be enough for just the Harith to take down and carry this game. They'll need more. And Impunity KH are slowly losing grip of this game.
They're losing grip, but they're still completely in the game, so to speak. They just need to add a little bit more powder on their fingertips so that they can get better grip. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Grip, or is it like for a different thing? I haven't tried powder on. It's a revelation.
Yeah, you only put powder on your fingertips if you have sweaty palms.
Okay, all right.
So that you can have better grip.
Yeah. Okay, that's one thing, but I haven't tried it nevertheless. Want to go for the Zaman Force. Way too early. Knockabout to 2. Where's the ultimate?
Oh.
Only just 1, but it's enough. That's the ultimate tank taken out. Mega kill now for Albert. Onto the back lanes, that's Yuzhong as well as the Esmeralda. A Dragon and a Gypsy just zoning out members of Impunity KH while carrying, as well as 824 working on the Lord. And this is just the idea now for RRQ is just to zone out and divert the attention away from that Lord take. Maybe Skylar will pay for his dive at a very nice victor, but the mission has been accomplished. And jump, they catch 2 even with the Zaman Force there being taken out. Boom, cannot even catch to cast the ultimate. It's the bouncing ball on top of him. He's gonna be taken out. Niker wants to go for a Hail Mary play now, but he's gonna be bursted down. No chance at all for this Jawhead to do anything for his team as 3 members go down in exchange for an Esmeralda with the Lord on top.
Now, Impunity KH have lost their grip in this game completely. This is, we're now reaching to that point where RRQ, we're now at that point where RRQ is no longer controllable here. The only miracle play here is if they can pick off Albert. But the thing here is that Albert is properly defended by the rest of his team. That even if somebody decides to go into the back lines, Esmeralda can just revert back going into the back lines and just finish out whoever, whether it be OP or Maru, it doesn't matter. But they need to take out Carry and not give away any easy kills as Impunity tries to mount out the defense here. Feathered Airstrike just to zone out Maru there from even coming in with the Searing Torrents. Gets a knock-up onto 7KH. Chrono Fish and then the Zama Force is going to be committed. Chrono Dash just left and right. Not a lot of damage here, but they managed to take down 824. Going in for the offensive. The Immortality is going to get popped by 7. Naker is going to force back up, but the Feathered Airstrike is just going to be enough to deter them from pushing any more forward. But this is 2 additional inhibitor turrets down on the side of Impunity.
You can see that there was a promising clash coming up from Impunity KH, but they still lost it. This is the problem when you are under-farmed. Even with the best conditions for you when taking the team fights, you still will not get any bonus kills. Imagine if Harith had an extra item, definitely that Yuzhong versus Farsa will go down. Now the ultimate Dragon Form gonna be used. Where's the target? Rukimaru just pokes with this Valir. The Farsa counter pokes. And the rest of Impunity KH will just have to back down. Unfortunately, I mean, they weren't able to secure that purple buff that they badly needed for OP.
And OP, yeah, he gets the orange. But he needs all the buffs that he can get. He needs both buffs to have an impact in this fight. And it's not looking good. Oh, look at the damage by that single Feathered Airstrike. Already a quarter HP being dished out.
Even just the Farsa is so farmed now. Farsa is 2-0 and 13 with Lightning Truncheon, Durance, as well as a Holy Crystal. That's how farmed this guy is. In fact, Bless on the Farsa is just a little bit of gold behind the Harith. That's really scary.
That's a little bit.
Jawhead, look at the Farsa. Nice jump, catching onto one. But that's a very valid target as the Winter Truncheon has been forced on the Valir. In comes the Zaman Force, not that effective. Skylar onto the backlines, and the Esmeralda pushed back by the Searing Torrent. Well, that might be it for this specific clash. On to the other side, though, Niker has plans of his own going against XOXO, but XOXO is so farmed now, and in comes the reinforcements. Here comes the cavalry. Niker gonna be punished. Even with the unstoppable force, he can be stopped, and in fact, he will be taken out by the side of RQ.
And Maru's going to be the next one in target here as A24 connects with the Revenge and the bouncing ball to prevent any flickers from coming out. And he manages to flicker just in time, but Skylar is too aggressive here. Meanwhile, Albert secures a kill, finally secures a Demon Hunter Soul for himself, and that's going to be a lot more damage. I hope he's going to be melting down, and I feel like this is going to be the game. RRQ is going to be forcing out a game number 3 as the Impunity roster is just trying to prolong the inevitable. That's GG. Game number 3 is going to be coming up.
Going to game number 3. That's such a good recovery this time. We're talking about and asking whether or not this draft is this draft will have a different result. I mean, compared to the previous one, and you can see the results now with the better grasp of the early game, better recovery coming out from RRQ. It just meant that the Harith will not be able to bully them out. And as a result, they will take game number 2 and force the game number 3. Nomad, we are going to a decider for this one, which is a winner bracket match, which means that the loser will not necessarily, get eliminated whatsoever, but the winner will go to the upper bracket finals, or at least upper bracket already, semifinals, which is great. And every team wants that. Nomad, what can we expect from game number 3 before we head to a break?
I expect the same draft coming from RQ. Not necessarily the same heroes, but the same idea in which RQ just drafted smart. They didn't go for the explicit counter pick onto the Herald. Instead, went for a reliable side laner onto Yu Zhong. And that's what they need to keep doing.
Okay, we're going to be having our next game soon, but before that, we're gonna hop into a break. Don't go away. Mytel International Championship will be back.